everyone. I'm Tim Gabauer, Superintendent of Schools here in Mount Pleasant area. With me today is a very familiar face to many people in the area, Bobby Gambita, who graduated here from Mount Pleasant, has been here since 1993 as a teacher, as an assistant principal, as a junior high principal, now as a high school principal, has also coached sports throughout his time here. And we brought Bob here just to give you an idea about what's been happening over the summer months as we prepare for the upcoming year, things that you may see from the maintenance end, things you might know that's happening here on the instructional end, just to get you caught up as we head into the year. Summer is a very busy time, and not a lot of people know exactly what it is that takes place during the summer. So I'll start off with Bob, if you could just tell.
We've definitely been busy up here over the summer months, for sure, with our cleaning initiatives. You'll see this building spotless when you come in. You're going to see signage put up throughout the building from our past valve at Victorian. We're putting up an honor wall to new banners in the gymnasium to honor some past championships. The main office vestibule you'll see some signage up there to flags on our light poles with move, engage, assess every student every day. Our students will be reminded of our rich tradition and our focus academically, and that's one thing, it's challenge accepted. We've been doing some paving projects with numbering of parking spots. One of the ongoing jokes this summer are increased size in our speed bumps, and I can tell you it was necessary to do that to slow down cars on our lot for safety. So even though for some it's a joke how big they are, it was done intentionally. Our stadium bleachers have gone through a cleaning project this summer. It's been a long time coming, but the stadium looks almost like brand new right now. We're in a major project right now with our gym bleachers in our junior high gym of replacing those. So come winter sports, we'll see some new bleachers in that facility.
And those are being replaced, Mr. Gambita, because those were deemed to be, at a point last spring, those were deemed to be getting to the point where they were unsafe. So we had to take that on and, tear them out and replenish with new.
To be honest, that was a long time coming.
Yeah.
We have what's called an Arundel replacement, and for the layperson, that's our heating systems. They're a little bit dated, so the district strategically has been replacing those. Our junior high is slated for that replacement, and that project is underway right now. So that's a big change here. We have a new camera system, state of the art. It's unbelievable. We have a hall pass system we're implementing with our student body to monitor students out of the classroom. We have vape detectors that have gone in as a deterrent. Everybody knows that vape use out of teens is an epidemic proportion. Putting this in is helping our students make good choices. The Foundation Park up near the stadium you'll see, which is under construction from our MPA Viking Foundation. That project is ongoing, but at some point it will be completed, and it's going to really enhance the entryway to our stadium.
Beautiful.
And then, as everyone knows, there's a major road project just below the high school. But we were actually included in that process with some step-down ponds for runoff from our property. Although that project isn't completed, it was supposed to be started this summer. At some point it will be done and completed, and it will become an educational lab area that fits our hands-on approach here.
Absolutely.
With our especially science classes. So those are the major things, like when you come on the campus behind that you visibly will see will be different coming into the 22-23 school year.
You know, and you mentioned that being an instructional space, a hands-on instructional space. It sort of ties into something else that you mentioned, the move, engage, and assess every child every day piece. And I know you live that, you believe in that, and I see that in action up here when I come up to the high school. Can you speak to what that means from your perspective, the move, engage, and assess?
Absolutely. The world doesn't really care what our students know. They only care what our students can do with that knowledge. And so one of our big initiatives, 7 through 12, is that hands-on maker education, learn by doing or applying what you know in order to complete some kind of project, things of that nature. So when we talk about stepped-on ponds being a lab space outside we're talking about our students, instead of just looking in a textbook at what nature has to offer. Our students are having hands-on approach of touching it, feeling it, seeing it, and those types of experiences will put them ahead of their competition when they're out in the real world.
Yeah, so the whole idea there is the mobility, being up and being mobile, being part of all the lessons and what have you, the engagement, coming up with
it's those
very
21st century
engaging
skills
activities.
that all of our students, regardless of their endeavor, they're going to have a solid foundation on. Those types of experience reinforce that mindset.
So, Bob, I know we have welcome back nights coming up, and we have those every year in our calendar. And when they come up to the campus here, it's busy. There's a lot of activity taking place on welcome back nights. Can you give our parents and our students an idea about what they're going to see when they come up here for welcome back night?
Yeah, it's become a big tradition in our community. It's one of the most well-attended events that we have each year. Our welcome back night is a two-pronged approach. For our junior high students, the night begins with an orientation presentation by Dr. Campbell in the auditorium, followed by a period-by-period run-through of the student schedules. They'll get to meet their teachers and get an idea of what the curriculum is about that night for each of those classes. The night concludes with a free-form walk through our senior high gymnasium where students and families can gain information about clubs, activities, and services provided by the district. For the senior high, the night almost works in reverse. The night begins with the free-form walk in the senior high gymnasium where they can gain that information about all the clubs and activities and such that we offer, followed by a run-through through their bell schedule. And then the night ends with a presentation by me and orientation for those senior high students. And the focus that night is really about Act 158, those graduation pathways that over the next 4 years, an incoming freshman, the options and the different paths that they can go on in order to attain their diploma. The best way to sum up that night for us is information, information, information. And I'll even tell you, Dr. Campbell has a little surprise for those junior high students who attend. I won't tell you what it is, but I want one.
Well, as you talked in there about going through their schedule, seeing their schedule, I know one thing that you and your staff worked hard on and were able to pull off this year before the year ended was that step-up day. It was that move-up day where well, I don't want to speak to it. Why don't you tell what it was? But I know you were excited about getting there.
Yeah.
And boy, does it help you throughout the summer months and to open the year with being prepared.
And we had tried to do this since the time I moved into the senior high. We thought it would be a real awesome idea is if before students exited for the summer that they had a chance to see what their schedule looked like, meet and greet their teachers for next year and run that schedule. Well, we were able to achieve that goal this year. So the majority of our students, grade 8 through 11, 8 through 12 now, since they've moved up, they've already had a chance to experience their schedule, meet their teachers and such. So that was a big initiative for us.
Sure was.
Our incoming 7th graders did not get that experience. So we really anticipate a large number of our 7th graders being here for welcome back night, and they'll receive their schedule and they'll get that same opportunity to meet and greet their teachers before they walk in the door on the first day of school.
Thank you. I know it was a great day. It was nice to see everybody, and it was. I know we had some feedback from the staff as well as the students on how well that day ran. Toward the end of the year, how there was a focus. It was a nice structured day toward the end of the year.
Yeah, it really helped for a smooth
absolutely
ending of the school year, and kids were excited about walking out the door at the end of the year because they knew what the future held
That's
for
right.
them.
That's right. So, Bob, I know as you go into the 22-23 school year, I've watched you, I've been in your office, I've seen you do some planning, and I've seen the excitement on a few things. What exciting initiatives do you have, you and your staff have together working on for the upcoming school year?
Yeah, that's where a bulk of behind-the-scenes work, the things that people don't see that's been going on, is where I'm probably the most proud of the efforts and the gains that we made as far as our planning is concerned. As a district, we just completed our comprehensive plan and that the state requires. We're very proud of that effort. As part of that plan, we state our mission. Our mission is clear, and that is to inspire and support growth and achievement of our students. As such, we've been working collaboratively on how to do that. a big part of that process will be using data to drive our instruction. Teachers will be creating action plans using SMART goals and a SMART goal system through backward design. And we'll develop lessons using what's called HITS, high impact teaching strategies. Pre-tests and post-tests are very much part of that process. And constant monitoring through formative assessment will be at the forefront. In the past, we assess to grade. Right now, there's going to be a little bit of a change of philosophy. We're going to assess with the idea we're looking for how can we grow our students. When a student misses a question on a test, we don't consider that failure. We consider that a learning opportunity, and we're going to try to find for each individual student how to get and meet that success here at our school. So that is going to be a big initiative, 7 through 12. And we're going to do so through collaborative team efforts with our different departments. There's a designated time where we'll be getting together on a weekly basis and talking about how to improve that experience for our students. So it's a big change from the past. If we combine that with the things that we have historically done, I think we're going to be preparing our students for the 21st century the way that they need to be.
Absolutely. Well, hopefully you found some of this information to be informative. There's so much more, and there's so many different avenues we could go down. And, you know, I watch Bob and his staff in their preparations quite often. Matter of fact, I come through this building on a daily basis and see what's happening, and I'm really excited to see what's going to take place for the 22-23 school year. I think great things are in store. I know there'll be additional information between now and the time school starts coming from the junior senior high school. But with that said, thank you, Mr. Gambita, for spending time with us. And
I appreciated the opportunity.
Everybody have a great day.
Go Vikes.